My name is Jess. I am a late diagnosed autistic ADHDer, and I thought I would talk to you a little bit about why unmasking is so hard for us neurodivergents. First off is a lot of us are learned to mask very young because society beats us up, condemns us, puts us down, makes us feel less than, unworthy. We learn very quickly that there is a right way to act and a wrong way to act. If you want to suffer less in society, you put that mask on pretty quickly because kids are cruel pretty young, and so are adults. We put these masks on so that we can fit in society and not be called out, because that is pretty hurtful. Then these masks take us into our adulthood where we masking all of our lives, we're exhausted, we're burnt out, and then maybe we start to get some information and start learning about our neurodivergence and how, oh wow, we've actually been masking our true selves our entire lives. And so maybe we start learning some coping skills, some tools to start breaking down some of those masks and really getting to our true selves, really understanding our needs, our sensory needs, physical needs, our emotional needs, which is also really hard because a lot of autistics struggle with alexithymia, which is being able to even understand what you feel. So not only are we dealing with that, we also have interoception issues, which is being able to understand our body cues. And if we're hungry, thirsty, need to go to the bathroom, any of that. And on top of that, we're also dealing with all of our other senses. We may be really sensitive to smell or touch or taste, sight, sound, all of that. We're processing all of these filters every second through every day and then trying to operate in a society that is literally not built for us. And so we're struggling. We're on the struggle bus every single day, but we're also like, hey, like we want to find our true selves here. Like, let's take some of this off. And as we take off some of this mask and start asking for our needs to be met and start verbalizing what we're actually going through, society's like, oh, wait, whoa, that's way too much. That's way too much. Like we can't do that. No way. So like, we're just going to put you away. So then we're like alone over here. Like, oh my God, like I have this disability. I need help. And like, there's literally no help. There's no help for autistic adults. Like, I got my diagnosis and they were like, yep, you're autistic, bye. Like, there was no follow-up care. There was no nothing. And so we're out here, we're alone, we're suffering, we're trying to unmask. Society's like, oh my God, no, don't mask. But then they're like, oh, yay, unmasking. But no one supports the unmasking. We're alone in the unmasking. So like, what do we do? What are we supposed to do? Literally, we're alone. We're alone in the unmasking in a society that literally praises us for our masking. And so we literally have to be champions for ourselves because no one's out here doing it for us. No one is out here giving us support or accommodations or having our needs understood at all. All they're doing is out here being like, oh, yeah, mask, but actually we don't want you to because like you operate in our system way better if you just mask and burn yourself out. And so like we're over here like fucking choking. We're choking because we're like, I feel better when I unmask, but literally everyone hates it and I'm too much and society doesn't praise me for this. So we're like alone. We don't have anyone actually seeing us, really seeing us. So we have to be the ones to see ourselves, which is like incredibly hard because literally no one ever taught us to do that. We were just taught to mask and not be ourselves because we were too much for society and we were condemned for it. If you know someone that's neurodivergent, encourage their unmasking. Tell them the things that you enjoy about them. Ask about their special interests. Get curious about some of their sensory needs. Follow other neurodivergent accounts. Learn from them. We are all different. We all experience our neurodivergence differently. And I think the more we learn about it, the better we can help support those who are trying to unmask and trying to get in touch with their truest selves. Like, that's what we want in this world. We don't want a bunch of people running around not being themselves and getting burnt out. Like, that's not what this life is about. And if you know that there are a lot of neurodivergent people out there masking themselves so they can fit in a society that literally wasn't built for them, like, wouldn't you want to help that? Wouldn't you want to help them? Wouldn't you want to help create a different society that is built for, say, all neurotypes and not just one? Wouldn't you want to contribute to someone's unmasking and finding of their true self and creating a supportive environment for them? I am 36 years old. I was diagnosed autistic at 35. And let me tell you, this past year of unmasking has been incredibly difficult, but also incredibly liberating. I have never felt closer to my truer self than I do right now. And I want that for all people, but especially neurodivergent people, because they are really the ones who are struggling the most with this. And so I know that I'm very fortunate to have a really great support system, but that is not the case for most neurodivergent people. So by making this video, I just hope to maybe get you thinking a little bit differently about the different people in your life and how they may experience the world completely differently than you do. And to maybe look into that and to educate yourself and get different people's perspectives and feelings about it, because that is how we make progress. That is how we move forward, is by listening to all people, not just one type, but all people, and understanding all the nuances of how we experience life and how it's all different. And if we can better understand each other from that way, that is true connectivity. That is really us working in this underground mycelial system. Like, that is how we're meant to operate in this society. And that is what I'm trying to encourage in my life and other people's lives. And so by making these videos, I hope to better inform you to think differently and to encourage others to unmask themselves